guys, I'm Charlie, your Charlie Book Fanatic, and today I'm going to the Christmas movies book tag. I also have my Santa hat on, but I don't look like a Santa, I look more like an elf. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I don't film this on Christmas, but it is first Christmas Day when I'm filming this, and I hope you all have a wonderful day with your family or with your friends or with whoever you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, that's okay too. I just hope you have a wonderful day. The Christmas Movies book tag was created by Katie Loves Books, and I will link her channel down below so you can check her video out. I absolutely love her channel, and I hope you will watch her videos because she's a lovely person. Elf, a book which made you laugh out loud. For this one I chose That One Summer, which is the third book in the summer series by CJ Duggan. I always talk about the series, and I thought this tag shouldn't be an exception, only it's a summer book in the Christmas tag, but oh well, I don't care. I love this book. You should read it because it's so funny and it's full of sexual tension. It's a new adult series and you should read it. After Christmas, a middle grade or YA book that you think adults would love or could learn from. I actually would say for this one Tricks by Hopkins, because this book is about teenage prostitution and sex trafficking. Like, there's 6 characters in this book and they all have in some way something to do with prostitution, rape, violence, abuse, that kind of thing. White Christmas, a classic that you think anyone needs to read. I was actually thinking about this one, but I haven't read that much classics. I have a couple of them on my shelves, and I read Oliver Twist and Romeo and Juliet, but I can't think of anything more. And I don't know if this is necessarily considered a classic, maybe a modern classic, but I'm going to say American Psycho, which is about a serial killer named Patrick Bateman. I know this is a really cozy video, but a serial killer named Patrick Bateman. And yeah, I think everyone needs to read this, not if you don't like or can't stand gore, but I think it's a really good portrayal of a serial killer as far as a good portrayal can go. But I really recommend this book because I think it's quite interesting. I'll also link my review for American Psycho down below, and also all of the books I mentioned down below. Love Actually, a book with a huge cast of characters. For this one I chose a not so popular series, and that is the Ghostbird series, I want to say. Yeah, Ghostbird series by C.L. Stone, and particularly the first book, Introductions, which is the only book I've read in the series so far. This series is getting a lot of mixed reviews. I think it has a 4.12 something average rating on Goodreads, but I read a lot of mixed reviews about this. And it's a love it or you hate it book. It features 7 guys, and the main character seems to crush on all of them, and their personalities aren't really well developed in the first book, but that is why it's called Introductions, obviously. But I think their personalities will develop more throughout the series, which is, I think, around 7 books right now, maybe more, maybe less, but I think it's a really huge series, and it has quite a lot of characters with 7 guys and a girl. The Grinch, a book with a great villain. This one I'm going to choose a repeat from one of my older tag videos, which is Stolen, A Letter to My Captor by Lucy Christopher. This book is about the main character Gemma and her kidnapper and stalker named Ty, who is, I think, in his 30s or late 20s. I chose him for a great villain because he is not really a villain. He is a villain, but he has not a villain personality. He doesn't act like a villain. He acts like a really normal, sweet guy, actually. But because he kidnapped Gemma and stalks her, he is a villain. He is not he is morally grey. He is a good person at heart, but his morals are all messed up. It's a Wonderful Life, a book which really made you think about life. This one I chose The Sky is Everywhere by Jenny Nelson, which is about the main character who just lost his sister and her sister's ex-boyfriend who comes around, and there's a new guy at school, and there's basically a love triangle, but not really, between the main character and these 2 guys. But I don't find this book to be about romance at all. I thought this book was about grief, and I really felt the grief that Jenny Nelson writes so beautifully, and the poems that are featured in this book, like every chapter starts with a poem, was so beautiful, and it really made me think about how I go through life and how I view death and life and people in general. The poem is about a girl who gets a bomb strapped to her body, and she gets an earpiece where the terrorists talk to her through, and they tell her what to do, where to go, and she can't get the earpiece out, and there is a bomb strapped to her. She can't get off without it exploding. And it's basically about this day in her life with their bomb. And it's a train ride of a book. It's like a train wreck, sorry. It's basically a train wreck of a book. Honestly, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I absolutely loved it, and it made me think. It's like so recent, it's so actual, like with all these terrorist attacks and these suicide bombings and shooters, and it's really actual. And I thought it was a great depiction of that. I thought it was, well, she's not a terrorist obviously, but she is victimized by the terrorists. And honestly, I really like this book, and I would really recommend you read it because I thought it was great. Polar Express, a book where the characters go on an adventure. I chose Nightfall by Marisha Pessl because in this book, the main character and two other people go on an adventure to find out if Cordoba, the famous horror film director in this book, is actually still alive. What is he doing? Is he doing illegal things? Is he murdering people? Is he abusing people? And they basically go on this adventure to his estate to find out what he's actually doing there and if he's still alive. This is such an enthralling and thrilling book, and I honestly can't recommend this book enough. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars last year, and you need to read it. You have to. You have no other choice. You have watched this video, now you have to read this book. Snowman, choose a book with a festive cover. For this one, I chose Nocturnes, 5 Stories of Music and Nightfall by Kazuo Ishiguro. I haven't read this book yet, but it's on my TBR, and this cover looks so festive, and the title makes me think of festive things. I actually don't know what kind of stories are in this book, but I hear Kazuo Ishiguro is a good author, and this book, this anthology, basically draw me in. So this is the book I want to read by Kazuo Ishiguro, and I can't recommend it because I haven't read it, but but yeah, festive cover. Bonus question, what is your favorite Christmas or holiday movie? Honestly, I don't watch Christmas movies, but for this one I chose a holiday movie, and it's called New Year's Eve, which is basically a movie about New Year's Eve, and I've watched this one like 3 times or something. Like, it's so good. It's about all these people and all their different stories coming together basically, and it's so good. It's so heartwarming, and there's all these celebrities in them, like really well-known celebrities like Zac Efron, which is totally not the reason why I watched this movie in the first place. So this was the Christmas movies book tag. Let me know down below which books you've read, which books you've liked, which books you would want to read. What is your favorite Christmas or holiday movie? I would want to tag some people, but it's Christmas Day. And this is the Christmas movies book tag, and it feels kind of odd to tag people in this and tell them like, you have to do this tag after Christmas. I'm rambling, aren't I? I am. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know down below what you thought about all this, and I'll see you next time, like tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.